Hey friends, it's Pastor Sarah here, pastor of Zion United Church of Christ in Indianapolis, Indiana. This is our 2-Minute Tuesday for March 17th, 2026. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope folks in central Indiana are staying warm with this new round of winter that we have coming our way. This week for our Gifts of the Darkwood series, the worship series we're doing this Lent, our gift that we're exploring is the gift of getting lost. And part of that has to do with once we're lost, recognizing how God finds us and how God calls out to us and helps offer the direction and the guidance that we need in our lives. One of the scriptures that we looked at this Sunday was the call of the prophet Samuel when he heard God whispering in the night, and he needed a little help and guidance from his mentor Eli to discern that that was God's voice calling out to him. It wasn't Eli, it wasn't anyone else. That whisper in the night was God giving him this call. I want to share with you today the devotion from this book. It's called Liberating Love, 365 Love Notes from God, a daily devotional. It's by Sandhya Rani Jha. She's a Disciples of Christ pastor, and this is like a really fun devotional. She takes a scripture, and then there's a short reflection, and it's written from the perspective of what is God saying through this particular text. And so it's a little love note written from the perspective of God, offering some interpretation for the scripture. And she has one on that passage from Samuel that we looked at this past Sunday. 1 Samuel 3, 8 through 9 is what she's got in here. The scripture said, "The Lord called Samuel again a third time, and he got up and went to Eli and said, 'Here I am, for you called me.' Then Eli perceived that the Lord was calling the boy. Therefore Eli said to Samuel, 'Go, lie down, and if he calls you, you shall say, Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.' So Samuel went and lay down in his place." And here's the reflection, the love note from God. Have you ever heard words of wisdom or instruction or guidance from 3 different people back to back? That may have been me. I speak to my children in many ways, the ways best suited to them if they are listening. Some people hear me through a whispered word. Some hear through mentors. Some hear me through strangers. Some hear me directly through prayer. And some hear me through the pages of scripture. When was the last time you heard something and wondered if it might be from me? Today I invite you to sit with how you listen best and consider how I might be trying to reach you today. When we are in the dark wood, when we are going through a challenging season in our life, trying to figure out our path, the direction and call for our lives, when we are trying to figure out how to move forward, it is so important to figure out how we best listen. And there's all kinds of ways that God speaks in our lives. I love this little love note here, and I'd invite you to think about that. How do you listen best, and how is God speaking to you for your life right now, whether you're in the dark wood or if you are in a different kind of season in your life? This Sunday, we are going to be exploring the gift of the dark wood, that is the gift of temptation. So maybe a little intrigue there. How can temptation at all be a gift? We hope you'll join us in worship Sunday at 10 as we explore that gift. We've got our 2-Minute Tuesday next Tuesday at 10. Midweek Lenten worship throughout the season of Lent is Wednesdays. That gets posted here on Facebook, YouTube, and on our website, and you get it in your email if you're on our email list. But we hope you'll continue to journey with us this Lent, and we'll be back next Tuesday. for another 2 Minute Tuesday. See you then.